Well, hello YouTube. So, everywhere except Beverley says it's going to be like this. Just coming out of the house, we got a soak in for our troubles, but I don't care. It's that long since I've had a bike out, and this had been washed since, well, I don't know when. Can't say I'm bothered. I just wanted to go for a ride on my bike, so I'm meeting Chris at Shipton Thorpe filling station, just on the outskirts of Market Wheaton. We're going for a little ride through Cawood, up through Ulleskelf to Tadcaster, and we're just going to go and do a bit of tyre kicking at we're going to go to Eddie's, and then maybe after that we might go to another one which is at Bilborough Top, which is where we're going for our coffee. So yeah, it's something to do on a cold November afternoon. Sorry, morning. It's not afternoon yet. I've got all my nice warm kit on, heated jacket on medium setting, gloves on medium setting. Yeah, it's alright, it's good. I don't know if I can show you this. The showers are coming down the coast. You may have seen the gap there. But inland, sort of beyond Market Wheaton, it's supposed to be a nice day. So, alright, maybe I have to ride a little bit in the rain, but I don't mind using the bike in the rain. What I get a bit funny about it is, you know, when they've salted the roads and then you get this salty brine solution sprayed all over your new bike, and it don't matter how much you wash it down, the bloody stuff always causes chaos with bearings. You can wash and wash and wash and wash, you think, yeah, I got it all off. You go back in there 4 days later, rust. It's just the way it is. But I bought this bike with its all black colour scheme because I wanted to use it in all weathers, and I didn't want it to look like a bag of shit if it got covered in mud. It actually, this bike always looks nice. It doesn't matter whether it's bucky or it's clean, it always looks nice. Whereas the little monkey bike, if you get any amount of road mess on it, it looks dreadful. Which is why it's only used in summertime. I don't think the monkey's ever been out in rain. In fact, I know that for a fact, it hasn't. This has. First day I got it, it peed down. Rode it home in the rain, so that got that out of the way. Yeah, look at that, look, nice day. So that's in the direction of York, and then if we look back towards Bridlington, you can see what the weather running back down the coast. If you went to Hornsey or Bridlington or Scarborough today, you'd just spend the entire day in the wet. I'll have them on high. My hands are cold. First time I've used them on full power. I timed myself getting ready, and it took me about 10 minutes. That's the big problem with winter riding, it's the faffage. But I think what you do is you adopt a state of mind. Is like, right, it takes as long as it takes, I'm not in a hurry. Hurrying in this horrible wet weather is a recipe for disaster, and as I suspected, roads are getting drier. I mean, the damage is done, the bike's wiped out, so I'm past caring now. I'm just going to enjoy my ride and to hell with it. We've got a nice day tomorrow, so nothing, a couple of buckets of hot soapy water can't cure. And as I said, there's no salt in it. Any salt they put on these roads has long since washed away. I have to be honest, I haven't seen any gritters out so far this year. Ah, that's interesting. Every time I come down Market Wheaton Hill with my beeline on, it's wanting me to go through Market Wheaton Town Centre. But today, what do you call it? I put a point on here to make me, so it knows I've got to go down here, and it's taking me the right way. You put points in on the map. I can't remember the proper name, and I always forget to mark that roundabout at Market Wheaton. And because I'm using the scenic route, it takes me through the town, which you don't want to do. What time is it? 5 past, that's alright. By God, these gloves are warm. You can feel it right down my thumb. They were worth every penny. And then the other bit of news, finally I took the plunge. As I say, I've been looking, I needed to replace the helmet I'm wearing. This one, I will continue to use this one on the monkey bike, possibly, I don't know. I'm not going to throw them away, I'm just going to keep them, if only as carriage ornaments. And the Max 11, that one's anyway. I was looking at the LS Advent, but everything I've read says noisy, uncomfy, sizing, issue. And the reviews I looked at were on Sports Bike Shop. Anyway, I thought, in the end, after nearly a month of looking, I thought, right, I think you need to stick with what you know. And I bet Chris is here. This is where we're meeting. Yeah, I can see Lady Bird here from here. There she is. This is Kelfield. I'm not actually sure now whether we're in North Yorkshire or still in East Yorkshire. 10 miles from York that way, that takes you down to Stillingfleet. We're going this way, it's a bad get out there as well, it's blind. There's a car following behind Chris, and I'm just wondering whether to pull over and let it go, because it must be getting on Chris's nerves. But I'm hoping if he's coming this way, he's coming this way for a reason, probably because he lives either here or in Cawood. Indicator again. Dear me, this bloody indicator on this bike. Yeah, well, for all it's a bit of a damp day, it's nice. I'm enjoying it. I needed to do this ride because I wanted to, you know, I've only used this heated kit once and it was a bit of a disaster, but it wasn't the kit's fault, it was me allowing myself to become unplugged and not being aware of what was going on. This little beeline is great. This is an interesting little, ooh, ice. Look at that, that's all you need, isn't it? This is Cawood Bridge we're coming up to. It's a very strange looking thing is this. Yeah, look. Now that's what I call weird. This is, whoa, the River Ouse is really got, oh my God, that looks really, oh bloody hell. That is really full. We've got to turn right here. This is Cawood. Normally we go straight on, but we're turning right. This is a bit of road I hadn't been on before. Right, this is new territory. Now I really am following the sat-nav. The beeline, let's not call it a sat-nav, it's a beeline. I have to say, I took a good hard look at this on, oh bloody hell, how many more traffic lights? I took a good hard look at this on Google Earth last night. That's a clever bit of parking, isn't it? Not. Well, it's definitely a scrambler because it'll be covered in mud by the time we get home. It'll look like a scrambler as well. We're still within the boundary of the A64. Leeds is over that way, York's over that way. How have we never been down this road before? You can smell, I don't know what they're feeding those sheep on, but you know, you can smell the like a turnipy smell. It's very nice. Obviously put them in there, ooh, mud. Put them in there for their winter feed. And all this area is pretty low lying and is very prone to flooding. All the area around Cawood is notorious for it. All in that woodland's flooded. Now, why is this ding-dinging? No, because they've got a turn coming up. Ulleskelf, as long as we find the sign for Ulleskelf, we'll be laughing. And it don't matter which way we go around the village of Ulleskelf. As long as we go over the railway bridge, we're heading towards the A64. That is the River Wharf. You know that we see up at Hebden and places like that? That's the River Wharf there, look, and it's in flood. So all that's come down from the Dales. Big pumping, well, it's big, a pumping station. I watch a lot of Coast Rider Scotland stuff, and me and Bruce have the same, I think we think the same way about these bikes we have. He has that, he has a classic 500 and he's always making bits and pieces for it. I particularly liked his ammunition tin panniers that he'd made for it. Oh, they were bloody cool. Where we're going, he's got an Army Classic 500 for sale in there, and I must admit I rather like those. I think that model of bike goes back to the more agricultural type bikes, and that isn't meant as a I'm not pouring scorn on them, but they did make the agricultural style Enfield around 2017-18. They're a much more refined bike in this day and age, but I think those Army 500 bullets have a charm all of their own. I rather like them. And that lad who does Doghouse Customs, he's made some beautiful bobbers out of those older generation 500. Yeah, it's all flooded over there. That's the River Wharf that's flooding. There's no wonder that the River Ouse is as high as it is, because it's having to shoulder all the water that's coming out of the wharf and the Derwent and so on, you know. But it has come down. We've had a real wet month. But I say, I put this in the garage tonight. I won't do anything to it. Just put it in the garage, let it cool down, push it out tomorrow morning, probably about 11 o'clock. Couple of buckets of warm soapy water, and it should be fine. I don't keep this one as clean as me Honda Monkey. That's a little show bike. I keep that absolutely pristine. Yeah, Ulleskelf. Yeah, this is where my niece lives. Yeah, Tadcaster's 4 miles away. She lives there and commutes into Leeds every day. Poor little. I don't I don't envy her that, bless her. That's it. We're just riding. Oh, this is another. My daughter was looking at some of these houses here. She's talking about moving next year. The big win with Ulleskelf is it's on the main line to Leeds from York. Yeah, that's the houses that our Rose was looking at. At the moment she lives in Calvary, but she wants to come this side of Leeds to make it easier for me and her mum to you know, if we want to come down and see her, or if she needs somebody to look after Billy, or that's my grandson. It's a pretty little village. Here's the railway line. It's on the East Coast main line from London. You can't catch a train to London here.
There goes Graham on the mighty sail.